Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today we're going to be doing a little 4K video test with the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now, I know I'm probably a little bit late with this video right here because this phone has been out, a couple of weeks already. But you know what? I wanted to wait until this phone received a couple of updates that improved the camera, because I already know once a phone is first released, the cameras are never as good as what they're going to be, a few days later or about a month later, because updates are going to come to improve the cameras. Not just the cameras, but the overall device itself. So I decided to wait a little bit. So I have received a few updates on this phone right here. So I was finally ready to do this little 4K video test. Now, before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know that I did experience some overheating problems when doing my outside test. It was letting me know after about a few minutes of, recording some clips, I found myself having to do them over and over again because it kept overheating and shutting down on me. And then in one of the clips, I finally just decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. I'll, continue from there in the next clip once this phone cools down a little bit. So I just wanted to let you guys know ahead of time that it was hot outside, but it wasn't super hot to where this phone should have been overheating the way it was. I believe it was like 93 degrees outside. So it was a kind of hot day, but not super hot to where it should have been overheating. But let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so starting off with a little inside setting here in the office with the front-facing camera at 30 frames per second. No special lighting or anything like that, just the natural lighting that's coming from the window right here to my right. What do you guys think about the overall quality? I am also using the internal mics on the device as well. So it's probably picking up some of the echo here in the room since I am not using an external microphone hooked up to the device. Also, one thing I noticed is that the front-facing camera doesn't give me the option to be able to switch from 4K video recording to 1080p or anything like that. So I'm assuming it's recording at 1080p. The only option it really gives me is to change up the aspect ratio and to be able to switch over from 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second. So right now we are recording at 30 frames per second. Again, let me know what y'all think about the quality. Let's go ahead and check out 60 frames per second. All right, so just switching it up to 60 frames per second. What do y'all think about the overall quality? Of course, the video is going to look a lot smoother than when recording at 30 frames per second, but exact same setup here, using that natural lighting from the window, still using the internal mics. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments. Let's go and switch it up to the rear-facing camera. Okay, so now recording with the rear-facing camera at 4K 30, exact same setup as what we were using with the front-facing camera. Still here in the office, still using that natural lighting coming from the window, and still using the internal microphones. What do you think? Just moving around here. Let's see if it focuses on my hand. If I do move it up closer, take it away. Does it focus on my face? Of course, I got the color in the background as well. Let me know what y'all think. This is 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go ahead and switch it up to 4K 60 frames per second. Okay, so now switching it up to 4K 60 frames per second. Of course, I can't see myself, so I don't really know if it's focusing on me or not. I just noticed with that last clip at 4K 30 frames per second, it didn't look like it focused on my face at all. And everything is in auto mode. I just set up the camera, press record, and that's it. Came in the back, started recording myself. So not really sure how it's going to look at 4K 60 either until I go back and watch the footage. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. I'll go ahead and hold up my hand again, see if it focuses on my hand. Put my hand down. Is it focusing on my face or is it focusing on the background? Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Let's go ahead and head outside now so we can check out that outside footage. All right, so I have made my way outside, as you can see here, and woo, it is a bright one today. Even with the shades on, it is super bright, very hot, but still a beautiful day today. But what do y'all think? Let me know what you think of stabilization. How well is my voice coming through the mics? This is at 30 frames per second. So just doing a nice steady walk here. See what stabilization is like when walking. Then we'll go ahead and do a light jog here. Everything is handheld, no special gimbal, no mini handheld tripod, anything like that. 100% handheld. There we are. Let me know what y'all think. Now, I noticed something is kind of going on with the background. So once I step in the shade, like what I am right now, everything looks pretty okay. But once I step out, no, actually when I step out into the sun, everything looks okay. But it's once I step into the shade, look at that, kind of blows out the background. At least that's what it looks like here on the viewfinder. Look at that. Oh yeah, it is like super blown out. Let me go back into the sun here. See, everything looks okay. And then back in the shade, I don't know, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, but at least right now, while recording, something weird going on in the background. But let's go and switch it up to 60 frames per second. All right, so switching it up to 60 frames per second, let me know what y'all think. Let's see if that same thing happens in the background. So right here in the nice bright sun, let's go ahead and go into the shade here. And yeah, it's doing that exact same thing. So not sure if it's the camera itself or if it's maybe that can be something that can be fixed with an update. I'm really not sure, because I have already gotten quite a few updates on this device. But let's go ahead and do a nice little jog here. Check out stabilization. Again, at 60 frames per second. There you go. I'm going to pan around here a little bit. Whew, yeah, I'm not, honestly, I am not liking that, at least what I'm seeing right now here on the viewfinder. Let's go back in the sun. Look at that, everything looks good. Everything looks good in the sun. But for some reason, once I step in the shade, it's like, boom, look at that. Not sure many people are going to like that, but you know what? This has been the front-facing camera at 30 and 60 frames per second. Let's go and see what the rear-facing camera does. Okay, so taking it over to 4K, 30 frames per second. Let me know what y'all think. Let's go ahead and get a close-up on the statue here, see how well it focuses. Look at that. Close-up on the fake flower right here. Not too bad, not too bad. Go ahead and do a slight walk here to check out stabilization. Okay, I'm getting a little notice. The temperature of your device is currently too high. Please pause recording for a while to bring it down. So not sure if it's gonna stop on me right now, but let's go and do this jog. Check out stabilization. Again, all handheld. There we are. I'm gonna pan around here a little bit. These sprinklers. Whoa, I'm about to get wet. All right, I just got wet. It's all good, it's all good. It's for the video, it's for the video. Make sure you hit that like button. Little pan here. Not looking too bad here in the viewfinder, but of course I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. Now we do have the option to be able to zoom in using the telephoto lens right here. Go ahead and pan around. And then we can also zoom in all the way to 10 times. So as you can see, their quality is probably not the best at 10 times. Probably not that usable, but I mean, if you have to use it, it's there and you're able to use it. And then you can also use the ultra wide angle lens. I'm gonna pan around here with that. Let's go back to the main lens. Going to pan around one more time here. Again, 4K 30 frames per second. Let's go ahead and switch it up to 60 frames per second. So now taking it over to 4K 60 frames per second. Just doing a nice steady walk here to check out stabilization. Let me know what y'all think. Let's get another nice close-up to see how well focus is. We'll go ahead and focus on the rabbit here this time. Look at that, not looking too bad. Let's go ahead and go over to the, what is this, coyote? I think this is a coyote right here. Look at that. Now 4K 60 frames per second, you are also able to zoom in with the telephoto lens at 2 times. Still doing a nice steady walk here. So you can check out stabilization with that. And then we can even zoom all the way out to 8 times. Oh, I just got a message that the temperature of your device is currently too high. Please pause recording for a while to bring it down. Oh, I really hope this doesn't stop on me here. And then this is the ultra wide angle lens, doing a nice pan here. Let's go and do a nice steady jog. Check out stabilization. There we are. Do one more pan around here before it overheats on me and shuts off. I gotta be honest with you guys, this has already happened to me. Tried recording a 4K 60 frames per second video, and even at 4K 30, the phone just keeps overheating on me. But I will probably mention that at the beginning of this video. Let's get the tree. There we are. This is 4K 60. So the phone just overheated on me again, but this has been 4K 60 frames per second. Let's go ahead and check out some night footage. All right, so we have made our way into the night, as you can see here. Still got some lighting around me, but it is nighttime. Testing out the front-facing camera at 30 frames per second. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'll go ahead and do, a light little jog here so we can see what stabilization is like here at night. And stabilization isn't always going to be the best when recording at night, at least from my experience with pretty much every device that I have done video tests like this with. But here, I'll just do a little pan again. Again, 30 frames per second on the front-facing camera. Let's go and check out 60 frames per second. All right, so switching it over to 60 frames per second. What do you think? Of course, we're gonna get more of a smooth video going on here. Go and just pan around here. I'm going to do a little walk and take it into a little jog. What do you think? What do you think? Again,
60 frames per second on the front facing camera. Go ahead and pan around one more time. Get some of the back here where it's nice and dark. Beautiful night tonight. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the rear facing camera. All right, so taking it over to the rear facing camera at 4K, 30 frames per second. Actually looking really good here on the viewfinder. Look at that. Let's go ahead and go into just a light walk here. Check out stabilization. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of jogging now. And this is all handheld. No tripod, no gimbal. There it is. Again, 4K, 30 frames per second. And there it is. Let's go ahead and switch it over to 4K 60 frames per second. Okay, so now at 4K 60 frames per second. Just go ahead and do a light pan here. Let's go ahead and go into some walking. Check out stabilization with 60 frames per second. And then we'll go into a jog. There we are. I gotta be honest with you, it's looking really good here on the viewfinder, of course. I gotta go back and watch the video myself after I'm done recording. But just seeing it here, it actually looks pretty good. Pretty impressed. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Again, 4K 60 frames per second. This is what the low light performance is gonna be like if you're recording in low light or at nighttime.
So there you have it, a little 4K video test with the OnePlus 9 Pro. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comment sections below. What do you think about the overall quality when it comes to the front-facing camera, the rear-facing camera, and the microphones as well when it comes to sound? Also, let me know what you think is up with that overheating problem. Do you think it's something that will be fixed with an update? Again, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. But for now, this is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.